Hello there, my name is Tumitladi and welcome to what I do best, right? I'm a programmer, I love programming, right? I am a database developer, web developer, software and mobile developer, and right now I just want to give you the insight as to what to expect when you decide that I teach you or I mentor you or I tutor you, programming. Let's say for now mobile, right? Because I'm focusing on mobile. So there's a video that I made where we spoke about Maui program class. Never mind this is something that I'm doing for this new feature that I'm working on. Okay, so let me go to Maui program class. I want to talk about what I meant on that video. Please, there are videos that I made and then there are going to be more videos, right? So that video where we spoke about Maui program, I explained what goes into this class, but I said this is what glues, whatever you want to do for all the platforms. Do you understand? For example, because my app right now has a video player, so for me to bring in that functionality, I have to bring in this guy. If I say use Maui Community Toolkit Media Element, this is gonna be glued for all platforms. Currently we're talking about let me close this. Currently we're talking about Android and iOS. However, what I want to talk about and take it further is going to be, what if you want to target a specific platform and say, what I want to do, what I want to show, what I want to expose, I want this to be only for this platform. Well, you can do that. Let's take a look at it. So number one, let's talk about the configuration for this plugin, local notifications. So what I did here, it is specifically for Android. How do you know that? Config.add Android. But what if you want to configure for iOS? You can do so. Let me hit dot. As you can see, add iOS is there. So this is what Maui is all about. It's so flexible in that you don't have to worry about, what if I want to do this for Android, or what if I want to do this for iOS. However, by default, whatever you do, it's going to go to all the platforms. So this is number one. Number two, I want to talk about this guy. So this guy, what he does, he says whatever it's inside line number 66, it's only for iOS, and you're gonna be seeing more of this. So this is me trying to rush and show you what to expect, right? So what I'm doing here, this is a custom shell renderer. There's something I'm doing specifically for shell, right? Now you need to note something. This is grayed out for a reason, because the current target platform is set to be Android. But if I change this to be iOS, the code inside of this condition becomes active, and so is the rest, as long as it says iOS. However, I want you to be careful of, let's go back to Android and let's add an S there and an S here, right? And then let's go back and say, oh, maybe you made a mistake, because you won't see this unless you're using version control system, right? Before pushing code, you need to make sure that you did exactly that. Like I am working on this new feature and I know the changes that I made except for this class, right? Cool. So there's going to be a problematic if you try to compile and release this to production, because you're going to introduce bugs unnecessarily. So whenever you do this, it's best to recommend that you all switch to iOS and see, oh, no, this is wrong, I'm going to remove that, and this is wrong, I'm going to remove that. Do you understand? So that's number two. Let's go back to Android. Number three is going to be on App Center. And then I can't wait. I'm going to show you what App Center is all about. But what I'm saying here is this. Listen, I think this one I can remove. I added this code early while I did had Mac Catalyst. But I removed Windows and Tizen. But I think I can remove this, because then the code will be, yeah. But then because I had, what it will say is, if it's iOS or Android, this code should execute. But for now, I think I'm gonna remove it because I don't have that. I'm glad that I saw this, which is interesting. Right, good. So that was number three. Then look at number four. Do you understand? To say, listen, what I want to, you see by default, else it's Android. You see, events.add Android. This is where we register Firebase services, right? And then we can change this and say the focus is going to be on iOS. Then this will be active for you to interact with this, but you can still run it. but compiling, you need to make sure that there are no errors. But there are other places. Let me show you. I want to go to the views, then I want to go to set up content pages, set up page, set up. There we go. I know I did something there, and I'm going to scroll all the way down. So there's something I did here, and this is the condition that I did to say if the device info, if the platform on that device is iOS, I want to get a platform. I want to say the platform is going to be what I have here. Else, if the current platform on this device is Android, then I want to get whatever that I've placed on this global variables, do you understand, to be the platform. Note the platform is only string platform empty, but this is how I do the check to say if the current platform is iOS, whatever I saved here is going to go to the platform. If it's going to be Android, whatever I saved is going to go there. Listen, that's another way of doing it. But what about the UI? Let me quickly show you the UI. Like I said, I was working on something, but let me quickly show you. Example will be this, the label. So the first thing is going to be font size. We are saying on platform. So by default, it's going to be 25. I should remove this. Like I said, it was for Mac Catalyst. But for now, I'm saying for iOS, it's going to be size 20. You see that? You see, I was saying all other platforms by default is going to be 25, but the rest it should be 20. So now the best way to do this is if iOS and Android is going to be 20, then let me fix this. I don't need this on platform. Let me just make it 20 since those are my current targets. And the margin, you can also do the margin, say on platform. Let's see, 0, 10, 0, 0, 0, 10, 0, 0. Then why? Okay, it's fine. I can just do this and get rid of that. So I'm gonna clean this code before I release this new update, but just want to show you also font size here 16, we don't need to have that 18, so we can just clean it so that performance is improved. Does this sounds good? Well, hit me up. For 25 Rand per session, I'm available from 8 p.m. until 9 p.m. weekdays, and I can teach you all this. Until next time.